Question number one that I ask myself, let's face it, owning a business, it can be very rewarding, but it also can be disastrous. Next question that I ask myself, and this is a very important question that I recently started asking myself, is who can I? All right, I'm gonna get rolling here because I don't wanna run out of time. We only have 30 minutes on this webinar. I believe it's just gonna cut us off after 30 minutes and I'll get going. So I'll take some questions at the end. And I believe this is only gonna take about 10 or 15 minutes, what I have to share with you guys. So first of all, I wanna thank everybody for coming, spending some of their evening with me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jason. I'm owner of the Chicago Auto Pros, Car Supplies Warehouse, and Detail Wise. I co-own all those businesses with my partner, Greg, who is on vacation right now. Otherwise, he'd probably be here with me. I've been detailing for almost 18 years now. And most of those years, I've run my own businesses. I love detailing. I'm fascinated with the business and the psychology of what makes people tick. I love numbers. I love watching things grow. And I also love teaching. So the last few years, I've decided that I want to help others build their own businesses. I've experienced a lot throughout the years, and hopefully I can share some of the things that I've been through that'll help you guys. So through the videos, the Detail Wise, myself, and along with my business partner, Greg, we want to share with you what we've been through, our experiences, and how we've grown our own businesses. So this is kind of what this is all about, the webinar, the Detail Wise, all the things that I'm putting together here. It's just us figuring out these things as we go. I just want to share with people as much as I can. What we're talking about today is the 3 questions that I ask myself when it pertains to business. And I think this is super valuable stuff. And it's really kind of changed, how I think. And I think all of us, we're constantly asking ourselves questions. You have this dialogue inside your head and you're making decisions that affect your life. So when you ask these questions, you're trying to make the best decision possible based off the information that you have or the knowledge that you've consumed in the past. And you're asking yourself hundreds, if not thousands of questions every day. For example, if you're driving your car down the highway and you see a car that slams on their brakes, like you have to make a quick decision. You ask yourself, should I brake and run into this guy, or should I swerve left, or should I swerve right and then press on your brakes? You're asking yourself those questions, and then you're making a split-second decision. And not all the questions that you're asking yourself throughout the day are going to be split-second decision questions, but I think questions, and I should say the right questions, are super important that you should be asking yourself, because it's going to help you uncover the challenges that you could be facing, and then you can find better solutions to find those problems. And there's a lot more than 3 questions that you should be asking yourself, but the questions that I'm going to talk about, these are the ones that I tend to focus on and that have really helped me focus and grow in my personal life and my business life. So before we do get to the questions, I want to tell you about a business training that we're doing through Detail Wise Academy. I came into this business because I like working with my hands. I like detailing cars. I taught myself how to detail, and I worked my way into being a really good technician, just like most of you probably have. What I did not work on is being a good business owner. I had 2 businesses before I started Chicago Auto Pros, and I did okay. I made enough money to pay the bills, to keep the business running, but I never really made really good money. And when we started Chicago Auto Pros, I started investing in business skills and learning as much as I could about running a business, how to market, how to sell, how to manage employees, how to build a brand, so on and so on. And I just wanted to be great and learn as much as I could. So for the past 10 years, I've learned so much about being an entrepreneur and building a business. And I see so many other business owners going through some of the same struggles that I went through. So with the Detail Wise Academy business education classes that we're doing that are coming up, we're going around to different cities. We just want to help as many people and businesses as we can. And I know how hard it can be. I know how stressful it can get, but by going through all these tough times and fighting my way through my business, it's been fulfilling. And I'm glad I took that time to improve in my skills, improve my business skills and my people skills. It's paid off so much. If I could, just give back to you guys and teach you just, 1 or 2 little things, give you advice or give you something, the steps to build upon, I feel like that would just make me feel so good just to know that I had a little part in helping others build something and making your guys' dreams come true. So, let's face it, owning a business, it can be very rewarding, but it also can be disastrous. It's a risk starting your own business. A majority of the businesses that are started will actually fail within 5 years. And so if you're going to go into business for yourself, I feel like you shouldn't half-ass it. You need to do everything that you can to arm yourself with the knowledge that you need, so you have the best chance at being successful. And I feel like we're giving us so much value away when we're touring these 8 different cities. So we're going to 8 different cities, all on the East Coast right now. We just wanted to see how the East Coast tour went and how many people are going to join up. It's a 1-day business class. It's $595 until August 14th. After August 14th, it goes up to $795. So please invest in yourself, invest in your business, and sign up for one of the classes. You can go to Car Supplies Warehouse and go to the training tab and click on that. I'll also try to leave a link in it for somewhere in here for you guys too. So on to the questions. Super valuable. I think this is awesome. I'm excited to share that with you guys. So question number 1 that I ask myself is, where is my time best spent? And this is a question that I ask myself several times a day. I ask this question because there's a lot of things going on when you own your own business, and you can find yourself pretty much doing anything. Being a business owner, you have that luxury to kind of do whatever you want. You don't really have anybody to answer to. You're your own boss. So when I ask this question of myself, I'm thinking to myself, where's my time best spent to get the best ROI? So return on investment. Money's not the only reason that you open a business, but it's a big part of it. And you have to make sure that you are remaining profitable so you can continue on for years and years doing something that you love to do. So for this, I recommend by starting to write down all the things that you do in a day on a piece of paper, and all your to-dos or responsibilities are going to change with time. So when you're first starting your business, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to do everything. You got to wear a lot of hats, but as you grow, as you get established, as you start hiring employees, by the way, one of the reasons that you may have started your business is to create more freedom, and it's not going to happen in the beginning. Financial freedom is good, but the freedom to be able to do whatever you want. You spend your time on different things that make you happy, and maybe it's family time, maybe it's fishing, maybe it's whatever. The more that I am realizing going into this, I just love working. I enjoy it. So when you're writing down all these tasks that you have to do, you may realize that there's things in your business that you just don't like doing. And this is important to figure out. For me, can I talk to customers? Yes, I can talk to customers, but it's not something I like doing. So early, me and Greg have made this rule, like if you don't like doing it or you're not good at doing it, let's hire somebody else to do it, because chances are, if you don't like doing it, you're probably not going to put much effort into it. You're not going to do a good job. So find somebody with a passion for that job or that task, and they're probably going to be able to do that better and faster than you can. So once you're out of this startup phase of your business where you're kind of doing everything, you're forced to do everything, you're going to go into this growth phase. And this is where you have to choose where you want to spend your time, because you can spend it anywhere. So this is my notebook, and I'll hold this up, and hopefully you'll be able to read some of this, because I'm a terrible, I'll read it for you. Actually, I'll point it out. You're probably not going to be able to read that. So this is where I write down all my ideas and all the things that I want to do. And notice that I said all the things that I want to do, because I really do have a choice of where I want to spend my time in my business. So what I've done here, and I'm going to show you this, what I've done here is I've written down all the tasks or things that I could do out through the day. And I'll read them to you, because you're probably not going to read them. So the first one is, I could wash a car. I can go out in the bay, and if I didn't want to stress out or anything, I can go wash cars all day if I wanted to in my business. And I put a value on that. I put a value of $45 an hour, because that's what that job is bringing into the company. I could work at the front desk. So we have 5 front desk people, and this is not perfect. You may have to figure out how do you assign value, and I'll show you how I've worked out some of these numbers. So we did $3 million in revenue last year between all 2 of our shops, and so we have 5 people on the front desk. So I just divided 3 million by 52, and then by 40 hours, and then by 5, because we have 5 people. And I figured out it's about $290 an hour those guys are contributing to our business. Again, you could argue about these numbers, but and then I did making videos. So making videos has been important to our business. We put this arbitrary number on there because we have a lot of people coming in just, hey, I'm here because of your videos. I saw your videos and now I'm here. We contribute about half of the customers that come into our shop probably came in because they saw a video. What I did there is I did 3 million divided by 52 divided by 40 because I'm the one making the videos, and it's about $700 an hour. So that was a huge thing when we started doing this and started putting numbers to all these tasks and different things that we could be doing. I was like, holy crap, that's where I should spend my time. Tinting cars, we put at about $80 an hour. Detailing cars, if you have a technician, they'll probably pull in anywhere between $70 and $100 an hour for your company. Sweeping the floor, $12 an hour. If you're the one sweeping the floor, just think about that. You're probably, that's a $12 an hour job that could be replaced with somebody. Browsing social media, I put that one on there at $0 an hour. So, I know a lot of us can find ourselves, browsing social media and stuff too. So take a piece of paper, write down all these things, and hopefully this gives you some perspective and make you aware of where you're spending your time and what you want to spend your time on. So I wrote all those things down, and it's not like you should be doing a lot of these things. Like if you're going to detail cars, that's okay. If that's where you think your time is best spent, if you're going to work at the front desk operations, it doesn't mean, like, if I'm making videos, it doesn't mean I have to make videos all the time, but the majority of your day should be spent on the things that are giving you the best return on investment. Obviously, there's other things to do. I have to talk to the employees. I have to hire employees. There's sometimes that I'll clean the bathroom because I think it's important to, let the employees know that nothing is beneath me, that I'll do that stuff. But for the majority of my day, I try to think of what are the things that I should be doing to get the best return on investment. Next question that I ask myself, and this is a very important question that I recently started asking myself, is who can I impact today? And I'm talking about the employees when I'm asking myself this question. And it's a question that I just started. The people who you hire in your business, they're searching for meaning in their lives. They're usually younger people that will join the business. Everybody wants to feel a sense of purpose. They want to feel needed. They want to feel respected. These are all just natural human needs that we all have. For a long time, I was known to be very difficult to work for. I had an attitude that if you're here to work. I'm paying you so I can tell you what to do and you have to do it. I shouldn't have to tell you you're doing a good job. I don't need that myself, but we're not here to be friends. We're here to work. I had this, just kind of asshole mentality. And if people are scared to walk or talk to you and they feel like they're walking on eggshells around you, it makes it a very bad environment to work for, and people don't want to be there. It doesn't matter how much you pay them. People want to feel appreciated, and I'm not perfect. This is a work in progress for me, but when I'm on my way to work, I will ask myself this question: what can I do to make an impact on one of my employees' lives? And what this does, it gets my brain ready to start looking for opportunities to compliment them, to encourage them. Creating a positive environment and culture in your business is probably one of the most impactful things that you can do for business growth. Literally, like, I had the attitude that I could do everything. Like, I'll do it on my own. I'm sure that some of you have probably said this, where, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it on myself. You can't do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I had it, like, and I thought I was like this, showing them like, oh, I'm gonna encourage them because I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna do it. You can't do everything on your own. Trust me, I've tried. It doesn't work. You can certainly work yourself to death for a little while, but it's going to catch up with you. So very important. I love that question. Next question, the third question that I ask myself is, what am I grateful for? And I will ask this question either at night or in the morning. And this is a question that my friend Nick Whitaker encouraged me to start asking myself. I am the type of person who always wants more. I want lots of money so I can enjoy everything that life has to offer. I want to build my business. I want to see it grow. I want to grow my YouTube channel as much as I can so I can reach more people. I want to sell more products on Car Supplies Warehouse. It's always more. And it's been tough for me to really stop and kind of smell the roses and just appreciate what I have and what I've already accomplished. So asking this question kind of centers me a little bit. I want to ask you kind of a trivia question. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I saw this, and it's something to think about. Does anybody know what the probability of you just being born is? Not even just being born in the United States, just being born. So like if you won the lottery, it's like 1 out of 80,000 or something like that. And this number is astonishing. The probability, the estimated probability of you being born is about 1 in 400 trillion. So think about that. You were born, you were given this opportunity. 1 in 400 trillion. I think you're winning. It's a miracle. You have this opportunity now to own your own business, to build a life for your family, and to build a life for your employees. You guys should feel pretty damn special. And it's these questions, asking, what am I grateful for, is one of those things you start to think about. If any of you are Aerosmith fans here, maybe some of you are younger and haven't even heard of Aerosmith, but they have a song with the lyrics called says, "Life's a journey, not a destination." And this is something that I relate to so much, because I'm constantly thinking, if I can just make this much more money, I could slow down and be happy. Or if I can just get to this many subscribers, I'd be happy. You know, I'm setting these goals and these expectations, but when I get there, I'm just making new ones, and I have to push myself even further. You know, when I got to that 100,000 mark, I'm like, great, now let's get to 200,000. And I don't really stop to celebrate or realize the accomplishments that I've made. You know, you should, and this is hard for me, you should really try to be super happy now, because these are special moments. This is the exciting part. Building your business, it really is the exciting part. And once you get there and you're done with it, I've heard it from so many people where they've gotten to the peak of their lives and they sell their business or whatever, and it's just like, what do I do now? You know, like that's the exciting part, is building it and coming in every day and knowing that you have this opportunity. So this question, you can write it down, or you can think these to yourself. Usually I just ask this, you know, what am I grateful? And it can be so powerful. So all three of these questions, I ask them of myself. I feel like they level me out. I feel like they focus me. I feel like they reset me into a refreshed state, and I can think more clearly, and I can make better decisions. These are the main three questions I like to focus on. Obviously, there's a lot more questions that you can ask yourself. It's made a big change in the way that I operate my business and my personal life. And maybe you choose to ask yourself some different questions, but I think just taking the time to ask yourself questions and reflect a little bit can really help you get some answers, and they can help you through a challenging time. I was talking to Nick Whitaker before actually I started this, and he had a new question. But I think it's just so important to ask yourself questions and just get yourself to think a little bit. Repeat the three questions. Yeah, the first questions real quick. The first question was, where's my time best spent? And then you want to think about return on investment. Where's my time best spent in relationship to making money in your business? Second one is, what can I do to impact somebody's life? And I'm thinking about my employees. So what can I do to impact their lives? And the third one is, what am I grateful for? So, you know, this habits take a long time to form, you know, so thinking about this, that's why writing it down can be such a good thing. Write these questions down, and you can answer them in a journal if you have it, or in a book. Or, you know, I tend to just to ask myself on the way to work, and it's hard to remember some of these times, but like if I really concentrate and ask myself these questions, I notice that I'm much more patient throughout the day. I'm more valuable, I think, in my business. And I tend to just have a little clearer vision on those days that I do ask these questions. So that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys coming. I do have a little bit of time. I think we can go until they shut us down. So if anybody, you guys have any questions, you know, I'd love to try to answer them. It is intriguing. When I first heard it, I was like, this guy is a moron. But after I did some numbers, there might be something there. I don't know. Like, I think that's entrepreneurship. if you just created yourself another job. I mean, entrepreneurship is really creating something that makes money when you're not there, when you're sleeping. It goes beyond just you. So if I could start